All right. So with our next myth, it being a clock, have you heard of the myth that eating after 8 p.m. makes you gain weight?
Yes, I actually do that every single day.
You avoid eating after 8 p.m.?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I've heard that one a lot, but it always kind of confused me about like with people with different sleep schedules, like how would your body know what time it is outside?
And that's right. How does your body know? And the myth is that your body doesn't know. It doesn't matter if you eat a whole pizza at 3 p.m. versus 8 p.m. Your body's going to digest it the same way. That myth just kind of came about, unsure why exactly, but kind of came out about 2 decades ago. So people just have been avoiding food around after dinner time, after like 8 p.m. It's always been that magical time. But when in reality, our body doesn't know the difference whether it's 3 p.m. or 8 p.m. when you're eating food. It's going to digest it the same. Now, some people will argue, well, what about intermittent fasting? So intermittent fasting is when people pick between an 8 and 16-hour schedule of when they eat and when they don't eat. And they tend to lose weight that way. But really, it's not so much about the time that they're eating. It's that they're more so, it's a diet trend, and they're kind of focused on what they're eating during the 8 hours that they are allowed to eat. It's also very common that like after 8 p.m., it's after dinner time for most people. So they tend to eat a lot of snacks. So they might be reaching into the freezer for some ice cream, an ice cream sandwich, or into the pantry for a bag of chips. So they might be snacking on a lot of unhealthy food after 8 p.m. So that's another reason why some people notice that they don't gain weight because they stopped eating after 8 p.m. It's really just because they stopped grabbing the snacks after 8 p.m. So for our next myth, fats make you fat. So the fat macronutrient, does it make you fat?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like, probably just a lot with the name is why it gets a lot of misconceptions from people.
Yeah, I almost wish they changed the name of that macronutrient to something else that wasn't fat because honestly, our body needs fat. Dietary fat really helps our hormones, our brain function, and our satiety, which helps us feel full. So fat is really important for our diet, but it's just the right kinds of fats. Kind of talking about those seed oils again is a great example. So unsaturated fats, they help with our heart health, whereas saturated fats, they actually can help decline our heart health. So it's just kind of picking up those right fats. So examples of unsaturated fats would be like nuts, avocados, olive oil, whereas saturated fats would be more like your fried foods that you're eating, French fries, pizza. Those have a lot of saturated fats that kind of clog our arteries and unfortunately don't help our heart health. So fats don't really make you fat. It's just the type of fats that you need to kind of look out for. And for our last myth, fruit. It has way too much sugar in it, so I should avoid it. What do you think about that?
I've heard a friend talk about this actually. She told me to kind of avoid some fruits that has more sugars in it, I guess. But I don't really follow. I like fruit.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the first I've heard of that one.
Okay. So we shouldn't avoid fruits. So fruits do have sugar in it. It's natural sugar. But they also come with fiber and a lot of vitamins and nutrients in it, unlike sugar that we get from candy or soda. So some people also avoid fruit because they think that it causes sugar spikes, but sugar spikes are also important for our body. It's how we get energy into our cells. So really we shouldn't be avoiding fruit for the amount of sugar that it has because it gives us a lot of fiber, gives us a lot of nutrients, and a lot of energy to our cells. So some students will actually wear continuous glucose monitors when they're not diabetic to track their sugar spikes when really they don't really need to because we need those sugar spikes. We need to get the energy into our cells. Those that do need to wear are diabetics because they have a lot of problems as far as getting that energy into their cells. Instead, the sugar's just free flowing into their blood, and that's why they need to monitor their blood sugar. All right, so did you guys learn anything today?
No, yeah, I think you kind of handled a lot of myths that I wasn't aware of that weren't true. I think the one that stuck out to me the most was about carbs not being as bad because I think that's something that we've heard a lot, just, growing up.
Yeah, my favorite was the eating after 8 because I do that every day, so I'm going to stop doing that.
So now you know. Awesome. Well, thank you guys for coming.
Yeah, thank you so much for being here.
All right, well, that's a wrap. If you have any more questions or anything else that I can help you myth bust, you can contact me on these QR codes. You can find them throughout campus or in the dining halls.